Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is April 1st, 2019, and news is coming out that Donald Trump has threatened to close the border with Mexico by the end of this week. The end of this week is Friday, April 5th. And here are some news articles that talk about this. Trump doubles down on threat to close the U.S.-Mexico border. President Trump, in his strongest actions yet to date to deal with immigration, said he will slash millions in foreign aid to 3 Central American countries and threatened to shut down the border as early as this week. BBC News: what happens if Trump closes the border? President Donald Trump is threatening to close the U.S. border with Mexico in an extreme bid to cut down on illegal immigration and drug smuggling. He said there is a very good likelihood that he will take the action this week. Trump White House presses threat to close U.S.-Mexico border this week. And from the Politico: Trump is not bluffing about closing U.S.-Mexico border, Conway says. White House counselor Kellyanne Conway said Sunday that President Trump is serious about possibly closing the U.S.-Mexico border this week. It certainly isn't a bluff. You can take the president seriously, she said on Fox News Sunday, adding, Congress can fix this. So just to let you know that Trump's threat to close the border by the end of this week lines up with the Jewish New Year. If this were the Gregorian calendar, this would be December 31st. But it's not December 31st, it's April 5th, which is the last day of the year on the Jewish calendar. First of NISAN is the Jewish New Year. And so this information is lining up with everything else. Do they have everything ready and prepared now to declare martial law, to close down the border? Do they have all the resources and people in place? Because if the border is shut down, it will be a two-way street. It's not only Mexicans and South Americans not being able to come into Mexico, but it's people not being able to get out of the United States. So shutting down the border is definitely a two-way street. And this lines up with everything else we are watching for the end of the Jubilee and the end of the year. True Jewish New Year on April 6th, 1st of NISAN. So just wanted to let everybody know that this news item is coming out. This came out last Friday. This is a very serious warning to shut down the Mexican border. This is a very serious warning. The news reports show that Donald Trump is serious. And he's not bluffing, and people are very concerned about what could possibly happen with this. So anyway, that's a major warning that came last Friday on March 29th, that he said, I will close the border down if necessary as early as next week. So we basically had a 7-day warning on that leading up to the Jewish New Year. So that's all I wanted to share right now with you. I pray you're blessed tonight. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, and the sign of his coming revealed.